Alright, round two, filming this at a different angle so you guys can see better. Hopefully there won't be as many screw-ups this time. Alright, so how to take this apart without having it explode in your face. Start out with the pistol grip here. Unscrew the flathead screwdriver in here, or screw in here. Bolt or whatever the hell it's called. Be careful at the end when you take it out, because there's a small spring in there that's really easy to lose. It's under tension and it's holding the safety pin down. So, get this off. Alright, so it's out. Now take this out very slowly and you'll see that pin right there. So get it out and you can see there's the pin. So your best bet for this is to keep the pin and the bolt in, because it's really hard to line it up. So use it. Oh, geez, I lost it. So this is going to waste some time trying to get this back in. Alright, got that back in there. Time wasting that you don't need to see. So, like I said, keep it angled down so the bolt's there. Put the spring in and then put it off to the side like that so you don't lose all that. Next thing is turn the safety to the on position, or sorry, safety off. And you're going to want to unscrew these. I believe these are a 3/16 Allen key, 3/16 of an inch. Get that out, put it off to the side. And before I forget, there is a pin down where the safety is on the side, right here. It goes up and down depending on the safety position. So what you want to do is put it at the safety off and then dump it out into your hand. And also easy to lose, so put that off to the side as well. And you're going to want to keep the safety in there the whole time, even though it can kind of slide out a bit. Just keep it in that 12 o'clock position. That's what you want it to be in. So this is where it blew up in my face. The reason it blew up is because these pins were not punched out slightly. So what you're going to want to do is just push them down enough that they drop below the body. Very light. There. All the pressure released. And drop that below. Now there's just a little bit of room in there, but you have not pushed the pins all the way through, and they're going to stay in place, hopefully. So separate this a little bit. Hear a bit of a snap, and then you just slightly wiggle it out like this, and you're good. You've taken that off. So this is what the mechanism looks like. The hammer is in a hole. The pin goes through the hole on the other side. The spring is set up this way. I'll show you how to get it back into position. Trigger is where it should be. I just released it. So yeah, that's very likely what's going to happen to a lot of people if they don't see this first. So you're going to have your trigger or hammer off, and then you've got your trigger here. Let's assume that blew up too. You've got it off here. There is a spring here that can come out. It's also very easy to lose, and you want to make sure you keep that in there and be cognizant of that when you're putting it all back together so it doesn't pop out or whatever. So the best way I found to do this is to take the hammer, slide it up through the bolt like this, push the pin down into place until it catches, making sure you don't knock out this spring here. So in. Okay, so now it's locked in. Keep it down with your thumb. Take this piece here and push it up over this metal piece here and slide it down. And that'll hold that in place. So now the hammer's in there. And you're going to let go, leave this piece loose for now. You're going to take care of it after. Take the trigger. You're going to slide the spring arm that's facing downward over this thing to get leverage on it. Angle it like that, and you can just press down into the hole that it should be in, right there. And you'll know when it's in, because you can go like, if that's pushed all the way up, you should be able to do the trigger action. And it should be somewhat spring loaded. And this pin here, I bent downward because I couldn't figure out a better way to do this, or this end of the spring. Push it around that, and then it'll just sit in there, and now you've got the full spring tension that you should have had the whole time. Now what I do is I take this end of the spring, while keeping the hammer anchored, push it up over the pin, over this, over that spring piece, and go behind it. It'll just sit comfortably right there. Make sure this is all in alignment. Now I've had the best luck doing this with the bolt locked back. So if you look on the other side of the gun, there is a bolt. Hold on, I'm going to lose a spring here. There is a bolt release bolt hold back mechanism. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide your the bolt back and lock it into place like that. And make sure you don't press it on the other side and release it randomly when you're working on it. So this will lock the hammer forward. The spring will kind of be where it wants to be. You can straighten it up a little bit because alignment of these is going to be crucial later on. So now that you've got that in place, I can put this spring back that was right here because it falls off easily. Push that in, you're good. Now to make this line up again and put it back together, after you finish cleaning it, taking it all apart like that, you take the clamshell half, you're going to line this piece up here, make it vertical. You'll see it matches the indent here, the hole here. You're going to bring this through while holding the safety piece through here on the back at the 12 o'clock position. You're going to line it up with the mag release. Slowly let it come down so it lines up. And what you want to do, you want to get this hammer pin to line up. So you can kind of maneuver it a bit. There, popped in. I had to kind of push that way to the right and down, and it lined up, so it's in place there. So what I'm going to do is hold this together with my fingers, keeping this at 12 as well. And on the back here, I'm going to, actually no, before I do that, so I don't know, you won't be able to see it on the video, but the pin here for the trigger kind of fell off to the side. So what you can do is grab the trigger and you can line it back up and get it where you want it. If it's not too locked into place already. Oh wait, I think you have to release the bolt to do this first. Gotta hammer the pin through a little bit. There. You may take some finessing to do this. You may have to open it back up and make sure the pin is aligned here. This is kind of just the nature of this gun and how you put it apart, unless there's a better way of doing it that nobody's told me about. Love to hear it if you have it. Oh, okay, figured something out here. You can use the bolt to align the hammer pin here and pop it back into place. So this wants to go through here, doesn't want to come through. Trigger seems a bit off here. Oh. There we go. Something was holding the trigger out of alignment. So try that again. Everything's where we want it. There we go. So you can adjust the trigger with your finger while you're kind of pushing it together to get this hole lined up, and then also use the pressure from the bolt to pop that into place. And then once you have that into place, you can lock that in and put the Allen keys back in, or Allen bolts. That little trick I just discovered should make this a lot easier as well. Tighten that down so that's not going anywhere. And now we got to address the safety. So it's working now. Holding the safety in on this side like that. What you're going to want to do is put that little pin that we had sharp point down first while holding it on the safety off position. And then we're going to take this and making sure that you have everything lined up in here and that spring in place with your finger. You're going to want to line that up and then make sure right there that the spring is going into that pin and putting pressure on the safety pin there. So you're going to retighten this back up. And then you can tighten these up if you haven't fully. And then you're good. Fires, safety works, won't fire, and the mag or the bolt catch works. The bolt hold open. So yeah, hopefully this helps you guys because this took me like 2 hours to figure out on my own.